Howdy everyone, this is Serptonius. We are picking up again with Empyrion Galactic Survival. This is Season 1, Episode 3. Starting off where we left off last time. We have a small, very beginning of a base going. Have not seen any drone attacks yet, but they should be here for too long. Put my jetpack on so we can get up here. When we get a little bit farther along, this will be a doorway, and we'll have walls around this very small beginner outpost. Let's see. Next item on our quest that we've got is place some gardening plots, seed sprouts, growing light, and harvest some crops. I didn't think that was going to come up yet, so I'm going to make a small change to our design we have here. Pop out these two, and I guess this one as well. Believe I have all of that in here. Yes, it is. Here's our growing plots, and we have items there. We've got pumpkin, durian, and tomato. Those are the three that I normally like to start out with. That three combination, along with some steel plate and some water, will get us the canned vegetables, which is a very nice staple meal to start out with. Let's see. Place that one here and here. Eventually we will hopefully have a 3x3 going. 3x3 area. Next, place the seed sprouts. Let's see. Do I have any steel blocks left? Looks like I don't. Oh, jump down too soon. Get up into our constructor. Place the steel plates down that we've got. And let's make 20 steel blocks. Get this going. 2 more and I'll get started. Okay. Let that continue. 3x3 is what I like to go with, so that's going to take care of that. Right click on it as before, so I can choose the shape. We're going to use the home key to rotate around and insert a couple times, so we've got an inverted slope. Again with 3x3, that was a big jump. 3x3 will be the size we're going for. That popped out a little bit much, so we're going to pop that guy out. He got placed by accident. Unfortunately, sometimes it is a little bit energetic to get those blocks placed. 1, 2, and 3. That is the back side of our growing plot. Get us no, let's go with that is a corner. Rotate that guy around, and we're out of blocks again. I think I can sneak in here and get a few more. And again, we're going to go with the corner. Use the blue one. I think that'll work to rotate it around. Insert a couple more times, and we rotate it around. And right click again to get our slope. I want to bring that across to there. So there we see we've got our nice 3x3 area built. Now we're going to need to then build the roof of this area. Right click again, pop us down, and there. So the growing area is going to be the 3x3. Need to place the growing light above that. Actually, that will need to be a full block. Right click, put in the full size cubed for that. That way it will be over that. See if we can get a little bit more of our walls up while we still have some of these built. And I'm standing in that spot. So will not place 3, and I'm out of blocks again. I'm going to need to get a much bigger selection of those going. The components, I do not have the growing light unlocked. So hit F3, go to base, and here's the plant growing light. It takes 2 unlock points to get that going. We're almost out, but we should have enough to get that going. Click that, it'll automatically make the few pieces that is required. And get that guy placed. Now, right there again, so that will cover this 3x3 block with a nice growing light. We never did get those sprouts placed, so let's get those down. Let's see, will it show? Okay, here we go. In the far right side, if you hover over it, it will show the growing time, 30 minutes, 30 and 35. So I will put down the tomato and the durian because those have the shortest growing time, so we can get our garden going, and then we will work on getting the other items. You can, again, so the blue box means it can be placed, red box means it cannot be placed, and the green arrow is the axis. So that gets that guy going. Get a tomato going. Again, so it cannot be placed here because that is on the red axis. This guy's blue, so we can place it. Have those set down. We will need to get the rest of those going. So let's see, that will be, actually it's on the other side where our food processor is. Come around here, access it. And we need more growing plots. Growing plots is 4 steel plate, 2 fiber, and a nutrient solution. That's the fiber that I had mentioned quite a few times earlier. That's where this comes into play. Some nutrient solution. Let's see if I have any of that in the left in this guy. I do not. Since we're doing this, why don't we go ahead? Oh, there's a growing light already done. Let's just go ahead and pick this guy back up. Don't need to get back in him again. And for now, I'm just going to store all of this material in the large constructor. I'll put my food in the food processor. With the expectation that that will expire here shortly. I'll put the pumpkin sprout down here just so we have it set aside. The alien parts and the alien tooth, they are used in recipes. Let's see if I can find that real quick. Here we go, the antidote ejection, which is great if you get infected with an alien parasite. Use alien tooth, some magnesium powder, and some purified water, and we get that antidote going. So we only have 2 purified water. I think that's probably the next thing we need to be working on to get that going. Head over to our large constructor. What do we need for that? Water generator. And you heard all of that clicking sound. That is all of those items that is required for that to be generated. That is clicking out all by itself automatically like before. Get that going. It'll take a few seconds to craft up. These guys are going. And you can see right here early on why I generally like to have more than one constructor available. So many things can be going at the same time and not having to wait on it. So there we go, our water generator. I am going to need a few power packs. Let's see, do I have any fuel tank. Not very many. Okay. So let's sneak on in here and get a few more of those created. Don't like to make too many of this. This power pack that we have available to us is the standard size. It is not the large size that I like to do later on. The 8 should be fine. I also want to check in on our oxygen generator that we placed earlier. That should have some oxygen bottles for us. Put down, let's say, a couple of those guys. And place down the water generator. We are going to need water generator for both the food processing, and if we decide to build with concrete later on, we will need that. I don't want to get too over enthusiastic with the water because we don't use it very often, but we do use it a little bit. Run back up here. Oops, that's a big jump yet again. This jetpack does make things jumping around very easy. Put the rest of these in our fuel tank so that we'll make sure that we have enough energy. If we do run out of energy, the turret will stop firing and we will not get any protection from the drones for our base. Another item of note while I'm thinking about it is with these growing plots, they will grow. As you can see, the growing process has already started. They have changed from their original seedling form to the first stage of growth, but that will only happen if this grow light is on. If you place these outdoors and with just natural sunlight, they will not grow. They do need this grow light going. The grow light growing will stop if it does not get power. So what are we going to work on next? We have some more iron. Let's get some more blocks built. Are running shy on resources. Have some more fuel packs, not too many. While I'm thinking about it, let's see if we get that done. We can get our O2 tank filled up as well. Our fuel tank filled up. Did not get the oxygen station built. Do we have the oxygen station unlocked? We do not. So that's F3 to get that going. Banana base, that requires 4. We only have 3 available unlock points. I think that will have to wait. Luckily we don't have to worry about that too bad because we are in a island or a planetary body that has oxygen, and also you can see out in the distance. Let's see if we get it out of the scope. There we go. Those are the natives of this Akua. They are not hostile, so that's good to have right off the bat. Here we go. We've got some spoiled food that I had talked about earlier. Give this minus 50 health, minus 70 stamina. That is definitely not something to eat. But if you notice, for the nutrient solution, we do need that and rock dust and purified water. I think I had some crushed stone in here. I do not, so it looks like I will have to get some crushed stone before we can get some more nutrient solution, as well as some purified water. Purified water comes from the water generator that we just placed down, so we've got things coming right along. Going to shift right click on some corn dogs so we can get some food going. We will need to get some more in the way of regular food with the canned vegetables. See if we can run around real quick, maybe pick up a few more corn dogs. Since we're running low. More fiber, always nice. Textured plant. Doing quick check. Sugarcane, did not mean to pick that up. Sugarcane, as I mentioned before, doesn't really do us a whole lot of good just quite yet. They will later on. There's the villagers. Very large individuals. As I say, not hostile. Unless you decide to shoot them, and then they will try to defend themselves. More fiber to be picked up. Tab, let's eat some corn dogs. I also remember I had some akua berries. Just running around here real quick while all of that grows. We need the item, our garden to grow a little bit for us to get the vegetables. Sharp eye for me got that fiber. How is this stuff going? It is growing. We do have some more steel blocks, so let's get a little bit farther along. Can I eat this? Food 20, health 100. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and eat that. Get a little bit more walls going. While we're waiting for everything to craft. Thin slope, we will rotate that around. F5 for us to get our drone up just a little bit. There we go. Rotate it through. It is a little bit clumsy to build with the drone, but also it does allow you to get to areas that you would normally not be able to reach. So it's definitely beneficial to get used to it. Not that bad, just takes a little bit of practice. Again, just rotating through. Misplaced that. Unfortunately. Let's see. And if you do notice over on the left-hand side, I do get experience points for placing blocks. So that is indeed another way in which you can gain experience in this game. Is that where I want it? Yes, it is. Going through. Placing our, as we have them, few more to go. As darkness descends. Here we go. And again, just a simple shape. This is a design that I have stumbled upon. Not sure if I can claim credit for it, but it does maximize the use of space and resources, which at the early game is definitely a good thing. And we ran out of blocks again. Oops, wrong key. F5 to get back out of that. Make a few more of these steel blocks. Plate. While that's cooking up, we can store the fiber, the sugar cane that we just picked up. Coming right along, we're getting there. 11 blocks. That's a good enough. Get a little bit more done. Come over here, F5. Whoops, again. So, not cute item reminded me to mention this. If you are in a place in which there's nothing behind you, it will not let you spawn the drone. If you turn around, there's nothing behind me at this point, so it will let me spawn the drone. That way, when it does spawn, I can't clip through the wall and see what is behind me that I would normally not be able to see. Nice way to solve that particular problem, I do believe, by the developers. Okay, and here we go. Placing a few more of these blocks down. We will have a fully encompassed outpost here shortly. If you would leave a comment in the comments below. I'm not sure whether you guys would like to see me do more building online or just the end results of the building. I can argue it both ways, so your input would be greatly appreciated as to which you would rather see. I do follow some YouTubers who have done it both ways, and I'm not real sure I like that I have a real opinion as to which one is better. So any opinion that you guys would care to voice, I definitely would be interested in that. And here we go. We're coming up on the end of this particular build. Again, this is just a very beginning starter base. It uses very little resources. I like it so much for the beginning game. Later on, I have built quite elaborate ones. And F5 to get back out of that. And here we are. We have a fully encompassed secure outpost. And that is that block that I mentioned earlier that I'm going to have to remember to pick up. Go. The only real drawback is it doesn't have very much lights. I think we do have enough space for a light that is not a grow light. Get that going. And there we go. I will replace that block next to it. I believe it's this one. There we go. With a full block. A full block. You can place the light on the bottom of that. And there we go. We have light. A nice item to do is if you hover over any light while you're standing on a piece of your base, you can just hit the P key, and that you can change the intensity and the range. I will kick both of them up for this particular moment. Also, we can group our units. I like to always do the auto group. That generates all of these groups. If you did not do that, you can click on it and then click on add to group, and that will allow you to add to any existing group, or and I believe, and then you can create groups, you can add groups. It's a pretty flexible system, but this way you can easily go through your items of your base or vehicle and quickly get to the different items. Also, we can rename the base just by clicking on this little item here. We will name it the Serptonius home base. Again, enter will change it. I will also check this box so that it gets this to the home tab. You can also click on the statistics. It'll show you different items as to how much fuel. The power left means that this will run for 12 hours and 32 minutes. Oxygen, cargo, cannon, current defense. Nice little way to see exactly how stuff is going. You can also, anything that has been in a group, you can click on the item and then rename it up here the same way that we renamed the home base. Also very nice. So there we go. We have lights. Aha! Here it comes. The very first attack on our base. Let's see which direction they're coming from. That warning means that they are inbound, but they can be inbound from anywhere on this planet. So we don't know how long it will take before they get here. I kind of expected that trigger to happen earlier, but it did not. Go ahead and pick up the work light. We do not need it since we have lighting in our base already. Looking in all directions. No sign of the drones yet. I will. So all you have to do is stand anywhere on your base to access the P key. Let's go down to turret. This is the default setting, so it will attack any other player faction, any aliens and predators. I'm okay with that right now. We don't have very many predators. On Omicron, we have quite a few predators to worry about, so sometimes it might actually be better to turn that off. So it doesn't use up all of your ammo attacking spiders and scorpions, I believe that they are. Again, we are looking for in all directions for the drones. We're also watching the radar. You can hit M as well, so we can see the size of the planet. And what we have discovered so far, nobody on the radar or the mini-map just yet. Okay, I thought they would be... Have not had it to where when that alarm goes off, there's any significant length of time before when the drones start showing up. Now, while we're here waiting for the drones to appear, and go through the resources. There are 7 iron deposits on this planet. 6 cobalt, 6 copper, 5 silicon, 6 of the promethium, and 6 magnesium. So iron we use to make regular buildings. Cobalt and copper is used to make ingredients, components. Silicon used to make glass. Promethium is the primary power source. And magnesium is the primary resource used for bullets. And I see drone on the mini map. There he is, minigun drone. You hear the overall cannon going off. He takes him out. Or we need to assist. He did take him out all by himself. No assistance needed from us. And it is only a single drone. We will hit U because we're going underwater. I'm going to remove everything from my hands. With that, that means that I can swim freely up, down, rise and lower in the water. If I have something in my hands, then I will sink to the bottom of the water, which is quite inconvenient. It is very recommended to loot all of the drones. We'll see, hit F. Look at all of these metal components, motors, pipes, computers, all of these items that we would pick up, we normally would not be able to. Or that we would have to pick up on our own, which is and create. Kind of a pain. So holding down Shift to get back as quickly as I can. I'm going to take this opportunity to grab items of opportunity. And that heartbeat sound means I'm out of stamina. I was holding down the Shift key to try to swim back as quickly as I can. So also I hear the cannon going off, which means it is found some predator, probably, to say hi to. Looking at the direction of the cannon, it's off in this direction, and here we are. We have, this is a plant monster, which is actually very good for us. Picked up more spoiled food, pumpkins, tomatoes, sprouts. So very nice that that guy stopped by. Notice our cannons are not attacking the villagers. They are the ones making that deep, throaty, rumbling noise. With that, I think we're going to have to call it a episode. We are running out of time. So I thank you very much. Please leave a like if you liked this episode. Feel free to subscribe if you'd like to see more of these. And below, place a comment if there's any question that you have. Don't claim to be an expert, but I have played a little bit of this game. So I have some knowledge, and I'll be more than happy to share with it. Also, you can jump on the online forums, EmpyriumOnlineForums.com, if I remember right. The link to the forums is in the description of this video below. And with that, I thank you very much, and you guys have a great day.